Welcome back to Classic Radio Drama Theater. In this episode, we present a quartet of captivating tales from radio's golden age, each plunging you into a world of suspense, desperate choices, and chilling consequences. We'll explore a pact made with the afterlife, witness a performance turned deadly, join the planning of a high-stakes robbery, and venture deep into the dangerous territory of an undercover operation. 4 stories, 4 unforgettable experiences, all in one episode. Our first journey takes us into the eerie world of inner sanctum mysteries with Between Two Worlds. A man cheats death, but finds himself bound to a restless spirit's demand. Perform one good deed. Living on borrowed time, what strange path must he follow? And what happens if he fails this supernatural bargain?
Good evening, friend. This is your host to welcome you through the creaking door into the inner sanctum. Come in, come in. We had a surprise visitation here a scream or two ago. A sightseeing delegation simply crazy to take it all in. One onlooker's mouth was so agape you'd think his face was split from ear to ear. Confidentially, chum, it was. The head of the delegation was terribly proud of his honorary title. Poor chap, it was the only head he had. Ah, yes. Things went along cozily until some wag suggested holding hands. We brought out a trunk full of hands we keep for just such occasions.
Tonight's Inner Sanctum mystery, Between Two Worlds, was written by John Robert and stars Mason Adams in the role of Sam, with Ann Shepard as Connie.
It's Yuletide week in South Chicago as a flash electric storm whips the streets. Inside the 10th District Police Station, Chief Matthews and his clerk Daly are passing the time over a game of chess. Suddenly, like a bolt from the heavens, a window pane crashes, and a parcel fastened to a fist-sized rock drops to the station house floor.
It's a package tied to a rock, Chief.
Well, what's in it?
A notebook, Chief. A 5-and-dime notebook. And all written up like a confession. It's signed Sam Tyler.
Sam Tyler, never heard of him. Read me what Sam Tyler's got to say.
Ever come face to face with death and just stand around helplessly waiting for it to tap you?
Waiting for the final count. While you're waiting, your heart is a big clock ticking off your doom. And inside your head, a moving picture's going on. You're looking at the story of your life. And it's not a pretty story. It's all black. It's all bad. You hate to die without a single good mark in the big book. If you only had just enough time to chalk up one good deed. It happened like that with me. I came face to face with death. Death was Nick Fazenda. I'd lost face with Nick. The big guy liked his racket boys tough and nerveless, and I had a streak of chicken, Nick said. I had a streak of chicken. And I knew too much to be trusted alive.
What do you want it, chicken?
Nick, don't do it. Give me another chance. Dying like this scares me. What's waiting for me after you pull that trigger, Nick? I haven't done one decent thing since I was born.
Kid, you picked the wrong setup. You should have joined the Boy Scouts. So long, chicken.
The shot made a noise like a TNT charge, but I hadn't felt the impact. I hadn't felt anything. Either I was paralyzed with fear or dead to feeling. Or Nick had missed. I watched Nick stare unbelievingly and aim again. An easy bullseye at 5 yards with Nick a crack shot, but still no impact. I was still standing up.
Kid, hold on. You're dead.
No, Nick. I'm alive. You can't kill me. Nick, you're seeing a miracle happen.
You're crazy.
Nick, I'm going to get that chance. I'm going to live. 2 more shots, but still no impact. I was alive, uninjured. Something was happening to Nick. His face was purpling as if he was suffocating. As if some invisible stranger had his hands around Nick's throat, strangling him.
I'm choking to death. I hope
Nick was on the floor. I watched the color wash out of his face, watched him go rigid. I crouched and listened to his heart. Not a sound. Not a murmur. He was dead. Nick had dropped dead. I'd seen a miracle happen. I hopped a midnight freight heading east. I was in a boxcar loaded with crates of eggs, still sweating over my narrow escape, when I got a spooky feeling that I wasn't alone. I lay still, choking back my breath with my hand tight around Nick's gun.
You have no need for the gun, Sam.
How did you know my name?
I know all about you, Sam. Put down your gun.
It's up and the trigger is cocked, so no tricks or you're a goner.
A goner. Too late for that, Sam. I am a goner already.
What kind of crazy talk?
I died, Sam, just 1 year ago.
You're your own ghost. Get your hands up high, Mr. Whisker, so I can frisk you. I reached to frisk Sloppy's pockets for a rod, but there was no one to touch. I was only grabbing at empty air.
I told you I died a year ago, Sam. I saved your life tonight. I gave you your wish. Your chance to do one decent thing before you died. Did you mean the promise you made?
No. Scram. It drive me crazy.
Then you lied in the face of eternity. I'll have to recall the time given you.
What do you mean, recall the time?
You're living on borrowed time, Sam. You were meant to die by Nick's first bullet. You remember how Nick died?
Yeah. All of a sudden he couldn't breathe. Felt like his lungs were gone and his heart was calling quits.
Like you're beginning to feel now.
What? Like I can't breathe. I'm choking. My lungs are exploding. When I came to, Mr. Whiskers was smiling over
You
me.
did mean your promise to tomorrow, didn't you, Sam?
Sure I did. Anything you say.
Then continue on to Chicago. When you arrive there, spend your time waiting in a restaurant called the Spread Eagle. Sooner or later, you will be approached. You are to lend yourself to any situation that arises. Any situation, understand?
Sure, I understand. This good deed I'm to do on borrowed time. What's your interest in it?
Deeply personal, Sam. I am no longer among the living, but I have no place among the dead. I walk between two worlds. You see, Sam, in life, I didn't have one decent thing to point to either. Through you, I hope to find rest.
In Chicago, I tried to get Mr. Whiskers out of my mind. I'd had a bad dream. It had to be a bad dream. I went to the Spread Eagle, afraid not to. I just sat like a frozen mummy, ordering ham sandwiches I couldn't eat and coffee I couldn't swallow, and listening to downbeat piano music.
Mind if I join you?
Pull up a chair.
I'm Tresca, Sam.
You know my name, huh?
I know your name and all about you. Where you come from, your record, and why you're on the lam.
You know all about me, too, huh?
I've watched you. I had a confidential operative check into your pedigree.
What for?
Well, frankly, because I need just such a person as you. For a certain venture I'm involved in.
What do you mean, just such a person as me?
I wanted a man who's at home in, shall we say, unconventional activities. A man I can trust because he doesn't dare go to the police or even to the underworld.
And I'm your man, I guess.
You definitely are.
Okay, let's go.
Well, you agree just like that? Without even discussing price or the nature of the work?
You said I was your man. Fact is, Tresca, I'm your man, and there's nothing I can do about it.
This is our destination, Sam.
Here? In the middle of nowhere?
Up that footpath over there, say 1/8 of a mile, you'll find a private lake. I own it.
All right for you.
Yeah, thank you. And there lies your first chore. Behind us on the floor of the car is a burlap sack. Its weight, I would estimate, is 118 pounds, more or less.
What? We've been riding a corpse around.
We have. You're to carry the burlap bag and contents up that footpath to the lake and drop it in there. And without tears, Sam. Mind you, without tears. From this point on, as the saying goes, we're in business, Sam.
What's the next event?
Wedded bliss. For you.
I'm to get married?
You are. Tomorrow evening, you'll call on your radiant bride-to-be at this address.
15 Cantilever Walk.
Yeah. And try to look more cheerful, Sam. Love comes but once into every man's life.
I could hear Mr. Whiskers giving me the horse laugh somewhere as I climbed the steps to 15 Cantilever Walk. Big gray stone, as if someone had imported the side of a mountain. Iron over every window. And gloomy enough to give even a crepe hang at a St. Vitus dance. I rang the door buzzer.
All right, Sam.
Do I kill the bride before or after the ceremony?
Make yourself at home, Sam. Wander about. I'll see what's keeping your blushing bride.
I wandered about with my eyes popping over the expensive layout. Whatever Tresca's game was, it wasn't penny ante. The joint screen, big stakes, right down to the needlepoint footstool. Where did Mr. Whiskers figure in it? A minute later in the library, I began to catch on a little. Mr. Whiskers was right in the game. There, sitting over the fireplace in a big gold frame, was Mr. Whiskers.
You like the portrait, Sam?
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a painting. Who is Mr. Whiskers?
Mr. Whiskers. That's a trifle irreverent, but an apt nickname. He was my brother Stephen.
Was, huh? He's dead?
You sound as if you were ready to dispute it.
I just asked, is he dead?
Very much so. Dead and buried. Your manner is a little odd, Sam.
I'm sorry. I'm Reggie. Getting married is an idea I've got to get used to.
Well, then meet your bride. That's one way of bringing the idea to roost. Constance. Sam, this is my niece, Constance. Constance, this is your fiancé, Sam Tyler.
Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Well, I'll leave you to get acquainted. You want to exchange premarital views on love and homemaking.
There wasn't a blush in my blushing bride. Her cheeks were chalk white. Her face had the look of death. Like some creeping sickness had already called 2 strikes on her. She sat down at the piano. I stood watching her. Looks like you're stuck with me, kid. If Tresca has his way.
Tresca will have his way.
What's your angle, kid? Why is the niece of $1 million layout ready, willing, and able to marry a deadbeat ex-con and mug?
I'm obliged to marry.
What do you mean, obliged to marry?
The terms of my father's will. I inherit his estate at midnight tomorrow. Only if I'm married.
It's beginning to make some sense. Mr. Whiskers up there was your father?
Yes?
But why pick me? A mug your uncle brought home. Why not scout your own dearly intended?
I I'm not well enough to...
Hey, you sound as if you're not even well enough to live.
No, Sam. I'm not well enough to live much longer.
We were married, with Tresca and the scrub woman standing as witnesses. I shacked up in the big jail at 15 Cantilever Walk. I was the legal husband of an heiress, but I wasn't congratulating myself on my good luck. There was a hidden gimmick somewhere. I pried. I searched Connie's room. I found the hidden gimmick in a lady's handbag. The handbag was crammed with the usual junk girl stock, a powder case, lipstick, nail file, comb, plus a driver's license and a Christmas Club bank book. But they weren't in Connie's name. The name on them read Ann Powers. I got it as fast as I read the name. The girl was a ringer, another patsy in Tresca's game.
You needn't feel too guilty, Sam.
What?
I left my handbag where you could find it.
I had to look. Tresca killed his niece and hired you to stand in for her. You going to deny that?
No,
How did you come to fall in with Tresca?
I was in a restaurant. Tresca came along and hired me. My life, Sam, every bit of it hadn't been good. I couldn't die, leaving it all bad.
You wanted to do one decent thing before you died.
Yes.
You made the wish, and Mr. Whiskers appeared and took you up on it. He sent you to Tresca, and Tresca hired you. You're going to tell me that's what happened?
You're hurting me.
Is that what happened, I asked?
No. You don't know anything about this obsession you have with Mr. Whiskers.
What good deed can we do around here, kid?
Tresca murdered his niece to steal the estate for himself. We had just phoned.
Hooray for Tresca.
Connie's father left the money to charity if his daughter failed to marry. Constance refused to marry.
She wanted the bundle to go to charity.
Yes, to atone for her father's past. His life hadn't been much either.
$1 million to charity, that's a lot of squaring up.
That could be our one decent act, yours and mine, Sam. Make Tresca's scheme fail.
Quite an ambitious undertaking for newlyweds, huh?
Tresca.
Oh, now, don't you two look at me as if I were another supernatural or occult visitation. I entered through a secret sliding panel on the north wall. I overheard your odd tete-a-tete simply by donning earphones. The room is wide.
You don't miss a trick, huh? What's the gun for?
What are guns for?
There was a charge like stale air exploding. I spun around but didn't drop. This was where I had come in. Tresca, like Nick, could empty his gun point blank, but he couldn't rub me out. It was exactly where I had come in. There in front of me, Tresca was getting the same dose Nick got. His face was purpling as if he was suffocating. As if some invisible someone had his hands around Tresca's throat. Having trouble with your breathing, Tresca?
I can't breathe. I choked in here.
He was on the floor, rigid, out for keeps like I'd seen Nick once.
Is he dead?
Deader than a doornail. We sat around, the three of us. Tresca, the girl, and me, waiting for Mr. Whiskers. We sat all day and all night and through half the next day, but Mr. Whiskers didn't show. Mr. Whiskers didn't show, as if he never was.
Sam,
What?
he exists only in your mind. You're waiting for a man who died a year ago. How do you explain that to yourself?
I don't explain it. Maybe Mr. Whiskers doesn't have to come anymore. His job is done. One last thing, and our job is done.
What? One last thing, Sam?
cops. We tell them what gives and hand $1 million over to charity. That's the one decent act, the purpose that brought us here.
It's the purpose that brought you here. I just hired out to Tresca for pay.
What about that wish you made on the docks, kid?
It was different on the docks. I was sick and broken, hopeless. I'm not broke or hopeless anymore. I can buy a cure. I can take a trip, spend money, all kinds of money, have a good time I never knew. I can laugh.
You're saying we shut up and keep the estate between us?
Why not? In a way, we earned it.
It's no good, kid. I've got a promise I've got to keep.
A promise you made to a ghost.
My promise to tomorrow.
What if you can't keep that promise because I won't let you? What if I won't let you cheat me out of my one chance to live?
How?
Like this?
She backed away from the piano with Tresca's gun in her hand. The gun is no good. I don't kill, kid. You saw how I don't kill.
That was before, Sam. You do kill now. No, kid, no.
There's one last line, Chief, sort of a dying scribble. The girl was right. I did kill now. That's the end of it, Chief. What do you make of it?
Suppose we let the answer write itself at 15 Cantilever Walk.
Well, the confession is the McCoy, all right. That's Sam Tyler on the sofa, Tresca on the floor, and there's the girl out cold, still holding the gun. Got any pulse?
No, she's dead. No visible cause, Daly. Just dead. I'm getting a faint pulse on Tyler. Sam. Sam Tyler.
What? You, the police?
Yes. The girl shot you and you just about bled to death. You know the whole story, Sam.
So the girl got to do that last decent thing after all.
The girl didn't do anything. Her heart blew out after shooting you. We read your confession down at headquarters.
My confession?
Yes. This 5 and dime notebook. Yeah, see it? It was tied to a rock and tossed through the window at headquarters. You wrote it, but what we want to know is who delivered it.
I didn't write that confession, mister. I didn't write it or deliver it.
You didn't write? And it was the girl. She had enough left to get downtown and get your story to us. If not you, it had to be the girl.
You'll have to ask Mr. Whiskers about that. If you hurry, you might catch him somewhere between two worlds. Merry Christmas, Chief.
An irate taxpayer just told me the state of Illinois intends to mail a bill to Mr. Whiskers for that broken police station window. They're busy digging up a dead postman so he can speed delivery of the bill out of this world. Sad about Tresca. A perfect plot gone to pot because his brother, although kaput, wouldn't stay put.
We invite you to join us again next week at this time for Inner Sanctum. This is the United States Armed Forces Radio Service, the voice of information and education.
From one spectral bargain, we remain haunted by inner sanctum mysteries for the deadly dummy. Plot for revenge against a cruel ventriloquist is set in motion, involving his assistant and his wife. But when the wooden dummy itself seems to gain a voice, revealing dark truths, has the plan simply gone wrong, or has something far more sinister taken control?
Good evening, friends. This is your host to welcome you through the creaking door into the inner sanctum. Come in. Tonight we're inaugurating a quiz. It's a cutthroat session called Take It or Drop Dead. To qualify, just tear off the top of your neighborhood mortician and send it to us by hair mail. Now, listen to this. Here's our terror tune. If you could guess the correct title of our morbid mazurka in one scream or less, here are the prizes you'll win. A brand new 1949 stainless steel guillotine. Just the thing for whittling down your wife's overhead. And a handsome hand-tooled Florentine dagger. The knife without a conscience. And the Take It or Drop Dead grand prize. A free, all-expense murder trial in a court of your own choosing.
Tonight's Inner Sanctum mystery, The Deadly Dummy, was written by Ed Adamson and Robert Sloan, and stars Mason Adams in the role of Steve with Elspeth Eric as Claire.
Well, let's get to tonight's shivering shindig. Oh, by the way, let me warn you, all references to ghosts, living or dead, is anything but coincidental. Ready? All right. This is what happened to a guy named Steve Pearson.
Why do you keep asking me the questions? Why don't you ask Marlowe? Ask him, Inspector. He'll tell you everything.
I told you before, Pearson. Marlowe isn't here.
He is. He's in this room, sitting right there in that chair.
That's just a ventriloquist dummy in the chair. You told me yourself Marlowe is dead.
You don't understand. That dummy is Marlowe. I can prove it to you. That dummy is alive, real.
All right. So he's alive.
You think I'm crazy?
Go ahead, Pearson. Let's hear the story, all of it, from the beginning.
It began when I went to work as Marlowe's assistant. He was billed as the Great Marlowe. The Great Marlowe. His audiences always thought he was a wonder. But they didn't know him like I did. You couldn't please him no matter how hard you tried. There wasn't a meaner man alive than Fred Marlowe. I would have quit him right at the start if it hadn't been for Claire. I only stayed because of her. Claire, she was warm and wonderful. And she was Marlowe's wife.
Ah, Steve.
Claire, you gotta come away with me.
Wouldn't do any good, Steve. He'd follow us wherever we went. You know him. He'd make our lives miserable.
But we can't go on this way. How much of this can we stand?
We don't have to go on this way.
What do you mean?
If you really loved me...
Claire, we couldn't do a thing like that.
You hate him as much as I do.
But doing a thing like that...
It isn't hard when you really hate. When you really love.
Somebody will find out. They always find out.
Not the way I've planned it. Ground glass. He'll drink it.
But how? He'll know.
No, he'll never suspect. It'll be during his act.
What?
That part where he drinks the water while the dummy whistles. You handle his props. All you have to do is put the powdered glass into the water pitcher before he goes on.
He'll pour the drink himself.
Yes. After he goes off, you can wash out the pitcher and the glass. There'll be no evidence. You do it, Steve?
When?
He's giving his last performance at the Lido on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It'll be Marlowe's last performance anywhere.
I'm on next. Everything set, Steve?
Yes, Mr. Marlowe, everything is set.
You made sure of the water in the pitcher. Last night you almost forgot about that.
It's in there now. I made doubly sure this time.
All right, Petey, let's go.
You ready, Marlowe?
Claire,
Yes, Fred?
my last performance here. Aren't you coming out to watch?
I'll be along in a moment.
I wouldn't want you to miss it. We're going to be really great tonight. Aren't we, Petey?
You said it, Marlowe. Tonight we're gonna knock 'em dead.
stood in the wings while Marlowe went through his act. It seemed like ages, like he'd never get to the part we waited for.
That's what I want to say to you.
And then finally...
Petey, talking about drinking, I'm a little thirsty myself.
That was the cue. Now he was coming to it.
Sure you won't join me?
Oh, never touch the stuff. You go right ahead, Marlowe. I'll entertain the folks with a number while you dampen your tonsils.
Okay, Petey. Take over.
The water in the glass slowly emptied. A silent scream shook in my throat. Suddenly, I didn't want him to die. Hating a man wasn't enough reason for killing him. I wanted to stop him. The scream in my throat begged for release. And then I felt Claire's hand grip mine. I turned to her. Her smile smothered the cry within me. Her hand tightened and pulled, and we walked away from the stage.
Pearson, the doctor.
I sent your wife for one, Marlowe.
The pain, it feels like there's a fire inside me.
It won't bother you for long.
Fire burning, cutting into me. Pearson, I'm dying.
Yes, Marlowe, you're dying.
Pearson, help me.
Nothing can help you now.
I won't die. The doctor will save me. He won't let me.
There won't be any doctor.
What?
Claire didn't go for one.
Claire, she wants me to die. She hates me. You and Claire, you both hate me. You did this to me.
When you drank that water back at the Lido tonight, there was ground glass in it.
No.
Ground glass so finely powdered you couldn't see or feel it.
Peachy.
A dummy can't help you, Marlowe.
Peachy, I'm dying. Help me.
What?
Oh, Marlowe, you're just a ham at heart.
What?
A real ham. Don't you think so, Steve?
What is this?
Oh, that deathbed scene of Marlowe's. Right off the cob.
I thought it was quite good, Petey.
Oh, strictly amateur night. Strictly.
Marlowe, you're all right.
You see, Petey, I had Pearson believing.
But it can't be. You drank that water. I saw you.
Yes, I drank that water.
But you're all right. It's not possible.
Marlowe, you're killing our friend Steve with suspense. Come on, give him a break.
Of course. Here you are, Pearson. Here's your ground glass.
Marlowe had known we were up to something. Somehow he had switched the container of ground glass I had bought. He let me leave his hotel room without another word. I didn't know what to do, what to expect. I waited. 3 days went by. Then he sent for me.
Sit down, Pearson. I'll be with you in a minute.
Marlowe was busy packing a trunk. I sat there waiting. The dummy, Petey, was propped up on the table, his perpetual grin mocking my fear.
Our friend looks kind of uncomfortable, Marlowe.
Really, Petey?
Why did you send for me, Marlowe?
Clara and I are sailing for South America tonight. I suppose you're curious as to what I'm going to do about you.
All right. What are you going to do?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I just wanted to tell you about Claire, Steve. She's poison.
Petey never did like Claire.
Marlowe's a sucker for that dame. I guess she never told you that she tried to have Marlowe knocked off before. There was another guy had the job before you. Claire fed him the same line.
She's lying, Marlowe.
Why don't you ask her? She'll be back soon.
Claire wants Marlowe's money, but not Marlowe. She was just using you.
Shut up.
She'd give you the go-by so fast.
Shut up, I said.
You're out of her class. She wouldn't want you in a minute.
This will shut you up. I'll break you into a million pieces.
You're a fool, Pearson. You forget there are other Peteys. After all, they're only me. Remember? So you see, the only sure way to shut them up is to stop me.
Marlowe taunted me with a sickening laughter. I couldn't stand it. I had to stop him some way. I felt along the table behind me. My hand came across the heavy glass ashtray. I gripped it tightly, then brought it up from behind. He slumped to the floor. The grin was still on his face. I bent down over him. He was breathing. I hit him again. Marlowe was dead.
You shouldn't have done that, Steve.
It was the dummy talking. I heard him. He lay on the floor. I had crushed him into 100 pieces. But they were his words, His voice.
You can't get away with murder. You'll see, Steve.
Claire, I tell you, that dummy did talk.
Steve, it couldn't be.
But I heard him. He talked to me, Claire. He talked
Steve,
to me.
get hold of yourself. It was just in your mind, that's all. You shouldn't have done it. If you'd only waited, we would have found a safe way. Someone's at the door.
We can't open it.
Got to.
His body on the floor. They'll see
Here,
it.
help me.
What are you going to do?
Put him in the trunk. Come on, Steve, hurry. All right. Now close the top and lock it. You stay here. I'll go to the door.
Marlowe's room?
Yes?
I come for the trunk, lady.
Oh, there must be some mistake.
Well, that's a trunk, ain't it? That's what I come for.
Mrs. Marlowe said you're mistaken.
Look, mister, I got an order here. See? One trunk, number 3468. That's the number on the tag of this here trunk.
Now, listen.
The order says this trunk goes to stateroom 3D on the Tregania. That's what it says. Tregania sails tonight. Now, do I take this here trunk or don't I?
Yes. I'm sorry. That was our mistake.
But, Claire...
Please, take the trunk.
Okay, lady. Hey, what do you got in this here trunk anyway? A dead body?
What do you mean by that?
Forget it, mister. It's just a keg. How about one of you two hold the door?
Yes, I'll do it for you.
Thanks, lady.
Claire, what's wrong with you? Why did you let him take it?
Don't you see, Steve?
See what?
This is a way out for us. His body won't be found here, and we're safe. Now he's gone forever. Nobody will ever know.
No one? What about me?
Claire,
Tell her about me, Steve.
it's him. Now you can believe me.
Steve, what's wrong?
Dummy, you heard him?
Just your nerves,
No,
darling.
he spoke.
That's right, Steve. You tell her.
There he is again.
Steve, where are you going?
I've got to find that dummy. He's someplace in this room.
Hello, Steve. Looking for me?
The dummy was propped up against the closet wall. He looked at me with the same evil grin as the one I had crushed to pieces.
Steve, please stop staring that way.
I'll burn him, every rotten fiber of him. I'll burn him to an ash. Then they'll never talk again.
Steve, believe me, he didn't talk. It's just your imagination.
I'm not crazy. I heard him. So did you, only you're too afraid to admit it.
He couldn't talk without Marlowe. Marlowe would have to be alive for that dummy to speak.
What'd you say?
Marlowe would have to be alive. You know that.
Yes, that's right. What's the matter with me? Yes, he would have to be alive.
You see, it was just your
Then
imagination.
Marlowe isn't dead.
Oh, now, Steve, please.
He wasn't dead when you put him into the trunk. He just wanted us to think he
Steve.
was. I didn't kill him. He wasn't dead. That's why the dummy talked. Marlowe can do tricks like that. Come on, Claire. We've got to hurry.
No, wait.
We've got to get there fast.
Where, Steve? What are you talking about?
Marlowe's stateroom on the boat. He'll be there in the trunk. I've got to make sure he's dead. It's on this deck, Claire.
3D, there it is.
There's the trunk in the corner over there. Give me the key.
Oh, Steve, we shouldn't have come
I
here.
said give me the key.
Don't, Steve, please don't open it. He is dead in there. I know.
Give it
Yeah.
to me. I grabbed a purse and took out the key. I unlocked the trunk. I pulled up the lid. Marlowe was in there, motionless. When I touched him, he was cold. Marlowe was dead, all right. But there was something else in the trunk with him, at his feet. And the same grin was on his wooden face.
Hello, Steve. I knew you'd come. I was waiting for you.
Claire?
Here, Steve, drink this.
Oh, I don't know what happened to me. Everything went black.
You fainted.
You were right. Marlowe is dead. But that dummy, I heard him speak.
No, Steve, it's just as I told you. You only heard it in your mind. He didn't really talk.
Oh, Claire.
Well, those things happen, and now it's over, and you'll never hear it again. Can you get out?
Yeah, I'm all right now.
We've got to get off this boat before somebody sees us.
I ruined everything.
No, we're still safe. Nobody knows we came here.
You go first. That'll be the best way. I'll follow in a moment.
Yes, I'll meet you on the pier.
All right.
How do you do, ma'am?
Oh!
Oh, sorry to give you such a jolt. My name is Higginsman. I'm your steward. Just stopped by so we'd know each other.
time was against us. We were too late in getting out of that stateroom. That steward would remember Claire.
Steve, what are we going to do?
There was only one chance. With Marlowe's body in that trunk, there was only one thing we could do. I had Claire ring for the steward.
Yes, Mom?
Mr. Marlowe and I have decided to cancel our trip.
But,
Would you please have the porters come for our trunk and take it to the pier?
Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Marlowe, but that won't be possible.
What? What?
Well, in the excitement, ma'am, you probably didn't notice.
Notice? What are you talking about?
Our departure. We sailed 20 minutes ago.
We had walked into a trap of our own making. A trap that was snapped closed on us by a dead man. Marlowe was a cold corpse in that trunk, but we were held by his invisible grip.
Steve, there's still a chance we can get out of this.
You mean if his body isn't found in that trunk?
We'll arrange it so his body will never be found. We'll do it tonight when the deck outside is dark and deserted. You'll see, Steve. We'll be really rid of Marlowe this time. You'll see.
We got our first break. Early in the evening, a storm came up and grew worse with the passing hours. About 11 o'clock, I made a careful check of the promenade deck outside the stateroom. It was completely deserted. We supported Marlowe's body between us and carried it toward the darkened space at the end of the deck.
In the morning, I'll report my husband is missing.
They'll ask a lot of questions.
I'll have all the answers, just the way we planned them. I'll tell him how he often gets up at night to go for a walk.
And the dizzy spells.
Yes. Another of his dizzy spells. That's how it must have happened. Another terrible dizzy spell, and he fell overboard. Meantime, Steve, you'll have to hide.
I found a place in one of the lifeboats.
We'll meet every night.
Wait.
What is it?
I thought I saw somebody down that way.
I don't see anyone.
It was probably just a shadow. Come on, let's get this over with. You can help me lift him to the rail. All right. Now push.
It's gone, Steve.
Yes, Claire, that's the end of Marlowe. Now we can live, really live.
Will you kiss me, Steve?
Will I kiss you? Come here.
Oh, Steve.
I beg your pardon. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm looking for someone. I thought he might be with you.
There was no one with us.
No, we're alone.
I see. I thought I saw 3 people walk over here.
No.
It's so dark, I must have been mistaken.
Yes, it is dark.
The man I'm looking for is Mr. Marlowe.
What?
Do you happen to know him?
My name is Marlowe.
Then you're the gentleman I'm looking for. My name is Ralph Kramer, Mr. Marlowe.
Kramer.
Are you all right, Mr. Marlowe?
Yes, I'm fine. Why?
I just wanted to be sure. By the way, I received your letter.
Letter?
Don't you remember?
No, not exactly.
Oh, I can understand. You're a busy man, Mr. Marlowe. Well, just to refresh your memory, I'm in charge of entertainment here on the boat. I found out last week that you had booked passage. So I wrote to you asking you to consent to be one of the features in our theatrical tomorrow night.
And I replied?
You were very kind, Mr. Marlowe. You said yes. I just stopped by to thank you and to say that we're all looking forward to your performance tomorrow evening.
Steve, you've got to keep trying. There isn't much time left.
It won't work, Claire.
It will. You know Marlowe's act. You've understudied him. You went on for him in Cleveland, remember?
I know, but I can't do it now. I can't get it.
It'll come to you, darling. Now just keep trying. Go on, Steve. Please, try again.
All right. Tell me, Petey, don't you and your girlfriend Phoebe ever have a difference of opinion?
Sure, Marlowe. But I wouldn't dare tell her about it.
Oh, you see, Claire, it's no good.
Hey, you're doing fine.
Don't tell me. I know it's rotten. Tell him I'm not going on.
Steve, it means our lives. You've got to go through with this.
Sure. You can do it, Steve. I'll see you through.
Claire.
What's wrong? What is it?
The dummy just talked, and I didn't do it. He said, you can do it, Steve. I'll see you through. You heard him, didn't you?
No.
Don't let her kid you, Steve.
There, he said something again. You didn't hear that either.
Oh, now, Steve, don't. You've got to pull yourself together.
That dame can really play angles, can't she, friend?
Yes, she really can.
Well, who are you talking to?
You know who I'm talking to. You know all about it.
Go ahead, Steve. You tell her.
You were making that dummy talk, Claire. It was you all the time.
You don't know what you're saying.
You're trying to drive me crazy. That's why you're doing it. Now I know what Marlowe said about you was true. You were just using it.
No, Steve.
You wanted Marlowe dead. You wanted his money, just as he said you were playing me for a sucker.
Steve, don't look at me that way.
Now I can see you for the first time, what you really
Don't you
are.
come near me.
You are the same evil grin as that dummy. Because that's what you are, something inhuman.
No, stay away.
Something mean and vicious and bad.
Steve! Oh.
My hands gripped my throat. I squeezed tighter and tighter. My nails digging deep into the soft flesh. The color slowly drained out of her face. There was a final gasp, and then she stopped moving. She was like a rag doll in my hands. I stood there holding her lifeless body. Then after a while, I heard a knock on the door.
Miss Marlowe! Miss Marlowe, it's Ralph Kramer.
Mr. Kramer? What is it?
The show started. You're on in 5 minutes.
All right, Kramer. I'll be there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take extreme pleasure in presenting the great Marlowe.
I sat there with a dummy on my knee and looked out into the sea of faces. All the men had the same face. It was Marlowe's. The women were Claire. I tried not to look at them.
Come on, Steve.
The dummy whispered to me.
Come on. I told you I'd see you through. Let's go.
Petey, I want you to meet the folks.
Hiya, folks. By the way, Steve.
You fool, it's Marlowe. Marlowe.
Who was that lady I saw you with last night?
Last night? That was no lady. That was...
Now, you're not going to tell me it was your wife. Because I know whose wife she was.
Stop it.
Sort of a deadhead, isn't she, Steve?
I told you not to call me Steve. You'll give it away.
I warned you about that dame, remember? I told you she was playing you for a sucker.
Stop talking about her. We've got to get back on the routine.
The routine, yeah. That's what she gave you.
I said cut it out.
Cut it out, hey, with ground glass.
If you don't stop, so help me, I'll choke you.
How do you like this guy, folks? He wants to choke me and cut his best part off.
I'm warning you, just one more wrong word.
This will kill you, folks. Wait till you hear the story I'm going to tell you.
Oh.
And it's no joke.
Oh.
You think this is Marlowe here, huh?
Don't listen to him. He's lying.
You can't stop me now. It's too late, Steve.
Don't listen to him, please. He doesn't know what he's saying. He's going to tell you lies. He's going to tell you I'm a murderer, but don't believe him. Make him stop laughing. Get him out of here. Somebody make him stop, please. That's it, Inspector. That's the whole story of what happened. It was all because of the dummy on that chair there.
You give us a lawyer's name and we'll call it.
I don't think a lawyer would do me much good now.
That's up to you, Pearson.
I'll think it over.
Okay, Roberts, take him downstairs.
I don't suppose you'll need me any longer, Inspector?
Just one question, Kramer.
What is that?
What did you hear the dummy say that night when Pearson tried to go through with Marlowe's act?
Oh, the dummy didn't say a word. Pearson was up there on the stage, talking to himself.
Well, that closes tonight's cadaverous chapter. Poor Steve Pearson, he just couldn't help double-talking himself into a knot, the kind the hangman ties. Now he's in a grave condition. But it's his own fault, you know. His dummy done told him. You know, the real reason he killed Claire is because he figured 2 dead heads are better than 1. Well, anyway, all's well that ends dreary. Yes, as we say here in the Inner Sanctum, the end always justifies the screams.
Inner Sanctum is heard each week in the United States over CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Now, shifting from the uncanny to the calculated risks of the underworld, we join gangbusters for the case of the jewel robbers. An experienced criminal feels the pressure from the law and looks for a way out, landing an opportunity with a new crew planning a jewelry heist. It promises a big score, but joining forces with strangers always carries a price. Will this gamble pay off, or lead him deeper into danger?
And now, in cooperation with police and federal law enforcement departments throughout the United States, CBS Radio presents Gangbusters! Gangbusters, the only national program that brings you authentic police case histories, has asked the Honorable Edward L. Dowd, First Assistant Circuit Attorney of St. Louis, Missouri, to narrate by proxy tonight's case. Circuit Attorney Dowd.
Thank you, and good evening, Gangbusters listeners. Let's begin tonight's case on a cold winter morning a year or so ago in the city of St. Louis, Missouri. The proprietress of a small, unkempt confectionery store on South Broadway had just opened the place for the day's business and was tidying up the tiny soda fountain.
Morning, Annabelle.
Told you no last night, Wally. The answer's still no.
Crying out loud. You think it was a fortune? You could stake a guy to a couple of $100.
Why?
Now, Annabelle, be reasonable. I'm good for it. You know I'm good for it.
Why does a guy in your position need to come looking for handouts? You know where to get it. Why don't you go out and make it?
The heat's on, Annabelle. The town is hotter than a $2 pistol shooting blanks.
Don't blame me. I didn't make the heat.
These guys have really been burning up the town. Remember that clothing store man?
Yeah.
Them. That was them. Of course, I'm not saying it was their fault the guy got shot. Somebody comes in and heist the place. A reasonable thing to do is give him the money. He fought them, so what does he get?
A nice funeral.
And the hotel clerk, I hear that was them, too. So you can see why all the heat is on, Annabelle. So I figured to get out for a while. I'd take a ride to KC and take things easy for a couple of weeks.
I should give you the $200. Have to come looking for you in Kansas City.
You won't have to come looking for me, Annabelle. I'm good for it. You know I'm good for it.
Then go borrow from a bank.
Listen to me, Annabelle, heart to heart. A guy with a little heat on him can't even walk in the streets in comfort anymore. The first thing he knows, he's downtown with the law nagging the life out of him. You can't work under these conditions.
My heart is bleeding for you.
This mob has been burning up the town with one blast after another, and the pressure is coming down on the cops from all over. It's a risk to stick your head on the street while this mob is still operating.
What mob? Who are they?
How should I know who are they?
I thought you knew everything, Wally.
I never heard of them. What do you say, Annabelle?
No is no. Wom's a redhead, the papers say. You know of any redheaded heavy men around town?
No. Annabelle?
I got an idea, Wally. Have a chocolate malted on the house.
No, thanks. Much obliged.
My chocolate malteds aren't good enough for you, but you'll take my $200.
I ain't even had breakfast yet.
What's wrong with a chocolate malted for breakfast?
Annabelle, please.
No.
We've been friends for years.
I know. I want to keep it that way. If I give you the $200, that's the end of our friendship. Come in.
Yeah, I'm in already.
What'll it be, mister?
Cup of coffee. Hello, Wally.
Red, how are you?
We don't have coffee. How about a nice cherry phosphate?
Nah, never mind.
A malted?
Now, skip it.
What are you doing around here, Red?
Seeing the sights.
Yeah?
How about a hot chocolate? That I can make you.
Nah, forget it. How you been, Wally? Busy?
No, not too.
I was told I could find you around here, Wally.
He's around here too much.
Gotta do something with my time.
Are you looking to make a connection?
That depends.
You like milk? I give you plain milk.
I want coffee.
You want coffee, you have to go elsewhere.
Red, it's a good deal.
Yeah, it's been good so far. Come on, let's go get that coffee someplace. We talk about it, huh?
This ain't a restaurant I'm running. If I carried what everybody asked for, I'd have $1 million worth of stock.
It's all right. I'm not to put out none.
Well, go if you're going. Got plenty to clean up around.
Come on, Wally.
I'll see you, Annabelle.
Yeah, don't do me any favors. No.
Police department.
Sergeant Rickard, robbery squad.
Now, hold on, please. I'll connect you. Robbery squad, Sergeant Rickard.
Here's Annabelle.
Yes, Annabelle.
You were looking to get a line on a redhead?
Yeah, so?
Maybe I just saw the one.
What's his name?
Red. His name is Red.
That's not much help.
This friend of mine was in the store crying about the heat around town because of all these heistings. Then this Red walks in. He and Wally are sidekicks from way back, I think. He wants to know if Wally would like to make a connection.
What'd Wally say?
He didn't say. They left together to talk it over.
For where?
How should I know for where? Did I follow him?
Okay, Annabelle, thanks. Keep your ears open now. In the meanwhile, we do some checking around.
Let me have a cigarette with you, Wally.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, tell me. What's the deal?
Wait a minute. Take it easy. I'll tell you. First, I want to know, is there any heat on you?
Heat on me?
Yeah.
You guys got all the heat in this town. You're running wild and the lid is on everybody.
Are you still a good man at the wheel you used to be, Wally?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Downtown, for instance. Can you wheel a car in there and get it out?
Yeah. What's a touch?
Jewelry house.
Just jewelry?
There'll be some cash involved, enough. But plenty of ice.
I don't like a jewelry deal. You break your back to get the scum and you can't turn it over for 20 cents on the dollar.
Well, it shouldn't make any difference if there's enough of it.
No, I guess it shouldn't.
And it's only a three-handed job.
Oh?
Yeah, that's all. A fair-sized score split up only 3 ways wouldn't be bad, huh?
What happened to the other two in the mob?
What other two?
Papers have been saying you were four-handed altogether.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Wally, we were four-handed, but 2 of the boys pulled out.
Yeah? Why?
They thought there was too much heat for the fireworks. They started to cry, so Mac gave them the kiss-off.
Who's Mac?
You wouldn't know him. They've been his jobs.
What kind of guy is he?
After this one, I'll have had enough myself.
Cowboy?
No, not exactly. He ain't wild. He's got a head on his shoulders. Maybe that's his trouble, too much head. He thinks he's a mastermind.
I don't like that kind of deal. Every hand should have his say-so.
Not with Mac, they don't.
What does this guy think he is? I don't know him. I don't know what he can do.
Don't get so independent. You told me you were behind the 6. You can't get dough by being independent.
All right. I'll talk to him anyway.
I'm talking to you for him. Are you in, aren't you?
Okay, Red, I'm in.
Good.
Come on, let's go see this car.
Take it easy, will you? Give me a chance to drink my coffee. Besides, we can't meet him till tonight.
What's the matter? You have to make an appointment?
He's a late sleeper.
All right. Go ahead, drink your coffee.
Wait out here, Johnny.
Yeah, sure, Rick.
I won't be but a few minutes.
I'll see you.
Hello, Annabelle.
Ah, hello yourself, Sergeant. Now, what'll it be?
Oh, small lemon lime.
Small lemon lime to a sergeant.
Where does this Wally live, Annabelle?
I don't know. He never said.
We've been checking around. We got no address for him in the cards.
Don't cry to me, Sergeant. That's your job to keep track of these heats, not mine.
You got no idea at all?
No idea at all.
And when you see him again, try to fish it out of him, huh?
Fish it out of him yourself. Here he comes. One lemon lime.
Hi there, Annabelle.
The answer's still no, Wally.
Forget I even mentioned it, Annabelle. Hi there.
How are you?
What'd you do? Get it from that red-headed friend of yours?
Head away, yeah. Got some telephone change, Annabelle?
Yep, sure. He looked familiar, that redhead. Think maybe I know him from someplace. There you are.
Maybe you do. He's been around. Excuse me, I gotta make a call.
Who's stopping you? See what I mean about the redhead?
Yeah, I see.
You gonna pick Wally up? A few days in jail might do him some good. Maybe it'd help his color.
Maybe it would. How much for the lemon lime, Annabelle?
Still a nickel. No inflation around here.
There you are.
Thank you. Call again.
Let me know what you hear, Annabelle.
I'm all ears.
Okay, I'll see you now.
Hurry back, mister.
Johnny?
Hey, Rick. Wasn't that Wally that went in the store?
Yeah.
Did he make you?
No, I don't think so. He remembers me from someplace. Probably thinks I'm a steady hanger around Annabelle's. He went to use the phone.
What are we going to do when he comes out? Collar him?
No, there's nothing we could hold him on yet. We don't even know if this redhead is one of the outfit.
I wouldn't make any bets he wasn't.
I want to see that redhead before we make a move. If he's right, I want to grab him good. What
Hey,
we
Rick.
do it...
He's coming out.
Okay.
Here he comes, this way.
Let him pass. Okay, Johnny, stay with him.
Right.
If he makes a meet with a redhead or if you find out where Wally lives, check with me.
Okay.
All right, on your horse.
So long.
Well, while St. Louis detectives were beginning to make headway in their investigation, the holdup mob had recruited another member. And late that night in another part of the city, Wally was being escorted up the stairs of an apartment house by his connection, Red.
Like I said, Wally, you might not like the guy, but you gotta grant him a brain.
Just don't want anybody telling me my business, that's all. I don't go for that kind of garbage.
Okay, don't get excited. You haven't even met him yet. That way.
Just don't want him telling me how to do my job.
Take it easy, will you? Okay, right here.
Should I push the bell?
Nah, never mind. I got the keys. Mac. Come on in, Wally.
Yeah.
Hey, Mac. In here, Red. He's in there, Wally. Say, how you like the setup here, Wally, huh?
That'll do.
Yeah. Mac, meet Wally.
How are you?
Hi.
Just a second.
He's nuts about solitaire.
So I see.
I tried a lot of things. I can't find a better way to pass the time.
Have you tried knitting?
Wally.
Yeah, I tried knitting. Nothing there. Well, we'll let this go for a while, huh?
That's nice of you.
It don't look like I could win it anyway, not with that deal. Sit down, Wally.
Yeah. Thanks.
Right here.
Yeah. Fred says you're okay, Wally. Says you're a good wheelman.
The best, Mac.
Okay. Now, this is going to be a nice little score. Not the biggest in the world, but tidy.
That's the way I like 'em, tidy. When?
Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. Depends on the weather.
What's the weather got to do with it?
This is a congested district. If it's raining or snowing, traffic will be heavy and slow, plus there'll be a lot of extra taxicabs in the area.
It's a good angle.
The gate will be rough enough without any handicaps, so let's wait for good weather.
It's okay with me.
You see, Wally, all the angles.
Now, the Mark is the Four Brothers Jewelry Company. That's on the third floor of the tower building.
It's a rough deal getting out of that neighborhood.
Can you do it?
I can do it.
It's my idea we should have a small, fast car. A big one might be a little trouble to handle in traffic. But I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, you leave it to me.
Hey, a small car would be better, don't you think, Wally?
Small car it'll be.
Now, here's the layout. Forget about the elevator. We'll go up the stairs. The office is around here, in back, like this.
Yeah.
There's this entrance here. The door's made of glass, so we got to work fast. We got to get in, get it, and get out. We got no time to play.
Who wants to play?
There's a counter here, which stretches from one side practically to the other. It's a display case. None of the good stuff is in there. In back of the counter is a vault. That's what we want to get in.
How much do you figure?
Maybe 5,000, 6,000 in cash, maybe 50,000 in ice.
It's not bad.
It's all right for me.
Off to the side here, there's a little office. Now, that's where the owner has his desk. And besides the owner, we'll find another guy there, a salesman. Neither one of them look like the hero type. We won't have any trouble.
You got this, Mark, pretty well cased.
I should have. I've been there twice. I've been trying to make up my mind whether to buy a watch they got.
It's a great setup, Wally, huh?
They'll recognize me when I come in. I'll tell them I want the watch. They're relaxed. We go to work.
How about the bug? All those jewelry houses got alarms.
That won't be no problem. The only one I could spot was in the boss's little office. Now, he'll be in front writing up the sale on the watch, and if there are any more, we'll just have to be quick enough to keep them away from him.
I'm for being quick.
Now, Red.
Yeah?
You're going to take the boss. Your job is to watch him, keep him quiet, keep him away from the bugs.
Okay.
And Wally, you do the same thing with the salesman, and I'll clean the vault.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
You're going a little fast for me. You said I was to handle salesman.
That's right.
I was under the impression I was a wheelman in this deal. That's a big enough job. I don't belong on the inside at all.
It's not necessary to stay with the car. It can sit.
Yeah, well, it can sit without me. I don't do two men's work.
Wally.
Not without two men's cuts. I don't do two men's work without two men's cuts.
Will you listen to me?
I knew there was something screwy about this deal. No wonder your other two left you like that.
Wally, you got to grant me it takes 3 on the inside.
Okay, I'll grant you, but I'm a wheelman.
You've done inside work?
Sure, I've done inside work, but not while I was the wheelman. I won't have any part of it.
Now, listen to me, will you? You came in, and you're in.
Yeah. We'll see if I'm in.
Now, Wally, be reasonable.
Who's being unreasonable?
Now, look, I don't get tough often, but I'm going to get tough now. You're in, Wally. You made a deal, and you're in. Well, you're not going to be feeling so good.
Wally, cooperate, huh? It ain't gonna be so tough.
Well, okay. If I wasn't on such a spot for dough, I'd tell you all what to do.
Good, Wally. I knew you'd come through first. You see, Mac?
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
If this is gonna be tomorrow, I better start scouting around for a car for the get.
Yeah, a small car, Wally.
A small car.
Red'll get in touch with you. He'll let you know whether it's tomorrow and what time.
Yeah, you'll be at Annabelle's at 11. I'll phone there.
Okay, Annabelle's at 11. I'll be there.
Now, we got a good deal, boys. An awful good deal. Now, let's see if I can win one of these games for myself.
Robbery squad, Sergeant Rickard.
Hello, Rick. Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny.
Wally must have lifted himself a Chevy coach. I saw him on the corner of Grand and Locust.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, looks for sure like he's in a deal now.
Yeah? Where'd he park this car?
In a public garage on Market Street. On Market Street near the civil courts.
Okay, Johnny, stick around there. I'll be right out.
You think I ought to have one of the boys stay behind Wally?
No, that won't be necessary. He's going to use that car if they pull anything. That's all we have to watch, the car. I'll be right there.
What? Yeah, that... Who's this?
Hi, Annabelle.
Oh, Wally.
How's tricks, Annabelle?
I got no tricks. What do you want? 200 again? The answer's still no.
Nah, I don't want you 200. Just fix me a chocolate mullet.
Chocolate mullet with vanilla or chocolate mullet with chocolate?
With vanilla.
Chocolate mullet with vanilla. How come yesterday you wanted 200, today you don't? Beginning to get insulted.
My connections came through, Annabelle.
You would take my advice, which you won't. You wouldn't go looking for trouble.
I'm not looking for trouble. Who needs trouble?
Well, every time I got a customer...
I'll get it, Annabelle.
Why should you get it? Is it your store?
I'm expecting a call. I'll answer.
Go on, then. Answer before they hang up.
Yeah.
And don't give my phone number to any more Toms and Dicks. What do you think this is?
Hello?
Wally?
Yeah, this is Wally.
Red. Mac says we do it today at 3 o'clock.
Okay, I'm ready.
You got the car okay?
Yeah, Chevy, just a ticket. I got it parked in the garage on Market Street. I can pick you two up about 2:30.
Now, Mac says no. Mac says for you to drive downtown yourself, park the car in Del Mar near the building. We'll see you there.
Okay.
It will take care of the hardware. Just bring the car and yourself.
I got you.
So long.
Much obliged, Annabelle.
Much obliged for what?
For use of the facilities.
Anytime. Ask me for anything except money. 1 chocolate malted with vanilla.
Happy days, Annabelle.
Happy days yourself.
Got over to Washington, Rick. Maybe we can pick him up there.
No, I'm afraid it's no use, Johnny. We lost him.
Lousy traffic. Same thing last night. So since Red took him to meet the mob, we got fouled up in traffic.
That's okay. We know where to put our hands on them now. Wally, at least. He can lead us to the others.
They're liable to start shooting again. That's what I'm worried about.
Well, from the way he was headed, I guess the job is someplace downtown.
Maybe he was just headed to pick up the others.
Maybe, but these guys are pretty slick, Johnny.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd all ride together in a hot car. I think the rest will meet him. I'll pull into phone. We'll get a few more squads on the job and cruise around downtown. Maybe we can spot that Chevy.
All right, step lively, boys. We go in, we get in, we get out. Waste no time. You set, Red?
I'm set.
Wally?
I'm set.
Okay, each of you handle your man. I'll clean the vault. Keep your eyes open. This is the place, boys.
Looks nice.
Yeah. Hello there.
Well, how are you today?
Fine. I think I'll take that watch I was looking at.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, it's a fine watch.
I brought my friends over to see it.
All right, here we are. Solid gold case, 21 jewel Swiss movement. A beauty and a bargain.
How do you like it?
Yeah, it's swell.
I kind of like one myself.
I can show you something similar.
Some other time.
I tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like to put a deposit on it and pick it up next Monday. I'm kind of short.
How much of a deposit did you have in mind?
Oh, say $25.
Well, I think that'd be all right. Let me check with the boss. Mr. Burgess.
Some watch, all right.
Yes? Front, please, Mr. Burgess.
All right.
Watch is guaranteed, isn't it?
Absolutely guaranteed. If anything goes wrong with it, just bring it in. But you must remember, a fine watch is a delicate piece of machinery.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. May I help you?
Miss Burgess, this gentleman would like to leave a $25 deposit on the watch and pick it up on Monday.
How do you do?
Hello.
Hi, nice place you got here.
Thanks. Well, I think that'll be perfectly all right. All we have to do is...
Okay. Do as you're told and you won't get hurt.
Well, please, what...
Quiet.
Stand still. All right?
Lock the door.
Yeah, I got you.
Go on around, boys. Keep them covered.
Yeah.
Come on.
Now, just don't try to be heroes and you won't get hurt. All we want... Hey, you.
Me?
You, move away from there.
Yes, all right.
Hey, boss, come here and have a look.
What's the trouble? We gotta move.
There's a bug right under the counter. This guy was standing not 6 inches from it.
You?
Oh, no, not me.
Go on, you move over there.
All right, I'm moving.
You. Did you hit the alarm button?
Oh, I know. I didn't touch it.
You sure?
I'm positive. Sure had his chance.
Now tell me the truth. If any cops come storming in here, I'm gonna kill you, I swear. Did you hit that bug?
No, I didn't.
Okay, you're smart. All right, boys, get them tied up. By the time you finish, I'll have the vault clean.
We covered a lot of blocks, Rick. Don't look good to me.
Well, we take one more turn around it. Wait a minute.
What?
There's a Chevy parked up there.
Where?
Next to the alley.
That's the baby.
Nobody with it, huh?
It must be inside someplace.
Hold it. Hold it.
Central District, cars 4, 5, and 6. In the jewelry office, 3rd floor, tower building. The hold-up alarm is ringing.
That's it.
Let's go.
In the jewelry office, 3rd floor, tower building.
That's in the middle of the block. Let's get them.
How you doing, boys?
They'll be tied in a minute.
I don't know what you fellas expect to
Shut up. Make it good and tight.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's cops coming in the hall.
Why, you hit that bug, didn't you?
Please.
Get up.
Here they come.
Get up.
Go on, get up.
All right.
Open up there.
Yell to him. You hit the alarm by mistake.
We're police officers. Open up.
Tell him we're customers. Tell him it was a mistake.
Take it in.
Hey, they're breaking in.
Watch it.
The lock. Get the lock, Sergeant.
Get your hands up, coppers, or I'll kill this guy.
No, don't.
Drop those guns, police officers.
Get him, Sergeant.
Let go of me.
Give me that gun.
Let me go,
All
copper.
of you, get your hands up.
Okay, don't shoot.
Get those hands up.
All right, don't shoot.
Get him up.
You, turn that man loose.
I'll kill him.
No.
Let him go.
All right, take it easy.
You all right, mister?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Jack is tied up over there.
Go look after him.
Yes, I'd better. It's all right, Jack. It's all right.
Are any of you bums hurt?
They all look okay to me, Rick.
Now sit down there, all of you.
Listen.
He said sit down.
What a mess.
Don't cry. Won't do you any good, Wally.
Sure, plenty of truth in that. Well, now we're going to take a little inventory. Let's see what we got here.
They're not such a tough-looking bunch, are they, Rick?
No, not now, they're not. Take their guns away, and they're just a bunch of crumbs. Just plain crumbs.
That, gangbusters listeners, was how this gang of hold-up artists and killers was captured in the act of committing a robbery after a terrific struggle and gun battle. All were tried in the circuit court at St. Louis, Missouri, and convicted. They are now in the Missouri State Penitentiary at Jefferson City in execution of their sentences.
Thank you, Circuit Attorney Edward L. Dowd of St. Louis, Missouri. Now, Gangbusters Nationwide Clues, broadcast every week as a public service to assist American police in their war against the underworld. Attention, all citizens. Be on the lookout for Clarence Dye, wanted by the FBI for unlawful flight to avoid prosecution for armed robbery. Listen carefully to his official description.
Clarence Dye, alias Jock. Age 43. 5 feet 10 inches. 140 pounds. Medium build. Brown hair. Blue eyes. Fair complexion. May seek work as a welder or cook.
This man has scars over his left eyebrow, a blue scar over his right eyebrow, and a tattoo of initials CD on his right forearm.
Caution, Dye is probably armed and should be considered extremely dangerous. He reportedly has stated that he will not be taken into custody alive and will attempt to kill any officer arresting him. Tonight's Gangbusters case was dramatized by Stanley Niss and directed by Leonard L. Bass, with Mason Adams, Amzie Strickland, and Eric Dressler in leading roles. The entire production was supervised for CBS Radio by John Ives, Gaylord Avery speaking.
Our final drama tonight, also from the files of Gangbusters, is the case of the New York Narcotics King. We follow an undercover federal agent as he infiltrates one of the largest drug operations in the country, aiming to trap the cunning leader known as Pip the Blind. How close can the agent get to his target, and can he gather the proof needed before his own identity is exposed?
Now, Gangbusters, presented in cooperation with police and federal law enforcement departments throughout the United States. The only national program that brings you authentic police case histories.
Gangbusters presents the case of the New York Narcotics King, who ran a $2 million dope racket until he was tripped up by a federal agent's broken leg.
Gangbusters has asked the Honorable John C. Hilley, Assistant United States Attorney, Southern District of New York, to narrate tonight's case. Welcome back to Gangbusters, Mr. Hilley.
Thank you, Don Gardner. It's a pleasure being back.
Well, now, Mr. Hilley, perhaps you'd like to say a word about the problems involved in tonight's case.
That's a large order, Don. A word certainly couldn't cover it. But I can say this. Traffic in illicit narcotics is a multi-million-dollar international business. But most important, narcotics are a breeder of crime. Innumerable thefts and robberies today are committed for the primary purpose of getting funds for the criminal to purchase drugs. In other words, stamp out illegal traffic in drugs, and we cut our annual crime bill nearly in half.
And what about tonight's case, Mr. Hilley?
Well, Don, it involves a syndicate of some of the most despicable criminals I've run up against in all my years of law enforcement work. In a federal district courtroom right here in New York City, just about a year ago, two surly, expensively dressed defendants were standing before the bar of justice as the usually mild-mannered judge addressed them in a tone seldom heard in his courtroom.
I'm given to understand by Captain O'Neill and the Treasury Department that it's common knowledge that you, Galliano, are the boss, and that you, Lawyer Cano, are second in command of one of the largest narcotic syndicates in the country. You bring physical ruination, mental decay, and moral corruption to thousands of victims.
Judge, Your Honor, I'm not that bad after you get to know me.
If you have no respect for this court, Galliano, I'll hold you in contempt.
I apologize, Your Honor.
I'd like to send you men to the penitentiary for the rest of your lives. You belong there. But the rules of evidence were formed to protect the innocent as well as convict the guilty. It's not a reflection on our system of justice that often the guilty are comforted by those rules. I want you to understand that. I'll rule on the defense motion. The indictment is dismissed for want of evidence. Adjourn until 10 tomorrow.
Oyez. The Honorable United States Court for the Southern District of New York is adjourned until 10 a.m.
Come on, Lucky. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. And he laced it into us.
So he laced it into us. We're walking out, aren't we? Wait a minute. Hey, Counselor. Send me a bill. You'll get a check in the next mail. Good work. Come on, Lucky.
What'd you have to crack wise to the judge for? He could have nailed you for contempt.
Well, didn't I apologize? Forget it. We got work to do. I want those 5 ounces delivered tonight.
Hey, Pip, for crying out loud, we ain't even out of the courtroom yet.
So we ain't out the courtroom. Get those 5 pieces of brown stuff delivered tonight.
From the Commissioner of Narcotics, Treasury Department, Washington, D.C., to District Supervisor, Bureau of Narcotics, New York. Extraordinary measures approved in case of Joseph Gagliano, alias Pip the Blind, and Angelo Loyacano, alias Luggy, connection $2 million narcotics syndicate.
Hi.
What do you want?
I'm Luggy.
So you're Luggy?
Angelo Loyacano. I'm with Pip the Blind. What are you drinking?
Strychnine. You want a dose?
Look, you want to do business, don't get smart.
I deal with nobody but the principals. Where is this guy, Pip?
He's a homebody. He don't go out nights.
All right, run along, chum. I don't talk unless I know who I'm talking to. There's too many agents floating around.
You think I'm an agent?
I've seen crummier-looking ones.
Hey.
Now, look. I spent 3,000 miles from San Francisco and a lot of time making this connection. I meet Pip and do business with him, or I don't do business.
You'll meet Pip. What's your full moniker again?
Porter. Vince Porter.
Ah, you got some good friends, Vince. They made you a good connection.
That's what friends are for.
How much of the brandy you want?
Get out of here.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? I'll tell you what's the matter. 2 minutes we've been talking. I don't know you're okay. You don't know I'm okay. Who you kidding?
This is New York. This is the Big Apple, Vince. We're quick and to the point.
I don't care if it's Timbuktu. I've been around enough to be careful what I'm walking into. And I don't like doing business with a guy who offers me something before he knows I'm okay. That means maybe he's not okay.
We got this thing set, Vince. We do business in broad daylight, practically.
Yeah?
Sure, we've been in and out of that federal courthouse so much we practically got a lease on that joint. They ain't stuck us yet.
There'll come a day.
Not the way we work. We make a deal, see? Say you want 10 pieces. It's set for delivery. Okay. We make a meet someplace. You pass me the dough. Okay. I leave you.
Yeah. With the dough.
We're on the up and up, Vince. We got a good trade, and we're going to keep it good. Mm-hmm. So no monkey business from us.
Okay. No monkey business.
So I get the dough, and I'm on my way. I got one of my boys waiting around the corner. He's got the package of brown. I give him the high sign. He grabs some kid in the street. He asks him, you want to make an easy $5? Kid says, sure. My boy hands him the package and says, go give it to you. See?
Yeah, I see. You guys can't get stuck.
Well, that's why we do it that way, so we can't get stuck. Maybe one of my boys gets stuck every so often, but we make it worth his while.
What about the buyer, though? As soon as I take delivery, somebody can put his hands on my shoulder. I'm cooked. But they can't touch you.
Oh, we watch our stab. Customer in a can is one less customer. We like more customers, not less. Okay, come on.
Come on where?
To meet Pip. You can close with him.
Okay. Just let me finish my drink.
Captain Othniel.
Captain, I've reached Lieutenant Neary of the New York City Detectives for you.
Oh, good. Put him on.
1 second. Go ahead. Hello?
Lieutenant, this is Captain Othniel, Narcotics Bureau, Treasury.
Yes, Captain?
We're working on a new angle on Pip the Blind. Could you make a meeting tonight on it?
Oh, sure thing.
And, Lieutenant, could you get hold of Rothman in the district attorney's office?
I'd like him to be there, too.
I'll call him right away. Where's it to be? At your office?
No, I have a reason for wanting it away from here. I'll make it at the Spencer Hotel, room 1102, 1130.
Okay, I'll be there.
Good. And, this may take a long time, gentlemen. But I think if we have enough patience, we can work this thing right. We can nail them once and for all.
Well, are we going to work from the hotel here, Captain, instead of headquarters?
Yes, Sloan, for a while.
I see.
Suits me fine, Captain.
Yeah, it's all right with me.
The trouble in the past has been that Pip doesn't figure directly in any of the transactions. Because he hasn't been in on the buys, because he never handles any of the stuff personally, we haven't been able to stick him.
Well, if he stays out of the actual transfer of the narcotics, do you think we'll ever be able to stick him?
This works, we will. And lucky, too. These two men have been running wild long enough.
Well, Captain, Captain.
Yes?
Somebody on the fire escape. I'll get him.
Lieutenant.
I'll move you. Okay.
It's all right, Lieutenant. It's okay.
Hey, what's going on?
Come in, Purdy.
Excuse me, will you?
Sure.
I'll shut this thing. It's kind of chilly out there.
How'd it go?
Okay tonight, Captain. I met Pip.
Good work. Gentlemen, this is Agent Vincent Purdy of the San Francisco office.
What?
He's got the next room. We brought him here to work his way in and make a buy from Pip. He's the extraordinary measure I was telling you about. Lieutenant Neri of the New York detectives.
How are you?
Lieutenant?
Detective D'Angelo, Mr. Rotten of the New York District Attorney's Office, Agent Sloan, and Agent Oppenheimer, you know.
Glad to see you all.
Glad you're here.
Now, gentlemen, Agent Purdy is operating as Vince Porter, San Francisco narcotics wholesaler.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Vince?
Well, Captain, I think we're going to have a hard time with Pip. Under no circumstances will he handle the goods.
Well, that makes it awful tough.
The precautions they take in transferring the stuff make it almost impossible to secure the evidence we need. Now, I can get bolder if you'd like and make some suggestions to them, but that's liable to queer the whole deal.
No, we'll be all right as we're going. It'll take a lot of work and a lot of men to get us what we need. Vince has made a good connection. I think he's in a position where they trust him. Now, we stall for time.
So, Don, even with a Treasury agent working undercover as a San Francisco narcotics wholesaler, the law enforcement officers were having a difficult time making a case against Pip the Blind Galliano and Luigi Loyacano. But with the help of a broken leg and a delivery truck, the officers were soon able to get within range of what they sought.
You were telling us, Mr. Hilly, that a United States Treasury Department Narcotics Bureau agent masquerading as Vince Porter, San Francisco narcotic merchant, had nearly completed arrangements to buy a quantity of illicit heroin from the syndicate headed by Joseph Galliano, known as Pip the Blind.
That's right, Don. A few minutes before the time set for the undercover agent's appointment, Pip was in his home on New York's Upper East Side, waiting for his lieutenant to show up with the new customer when the phone rang.
Hello?
Hello, Pip. Lucky.
Where are you? I thought you were bringing this Vince around.
He had an accident, Pip.
Accident? What kind of accident?
He broke his leg.
What?
Yeah. Fell down some steps in his hotel and chipped the bone. He's got a regular cast on it.
Well, if he thinks I'm going to him, he's crazy. I don't make deals in strange rooms.
It's not that bad, Pip. He's outside here in his car. He can drive all right. Doc says he just has to keep his weight off the leg.
Okay. Bring him around the house. I'll, come out to his car. I'd like to take a look at that leg.
Hey, he's right here in the car. You can take a look at him.
Okay.
He says he can use plenty of the brown, Pip.
Okay. If everything looks all right, I'll keep him out on the price situation for this first 50 pieces. If we're tough now, we might save trouble later.
Yeah, this is it, Pip.
Hi, Vince.
Pip, get in.
Yeah. Just a second. Lucky, stand around on the sidewalk. Keep your eyes open.
Right, boss.
Careful. Watch his crutches there, will you?
Sorry to hear about your tough luck, Vince.
Well, accidents happen. Ain't so bad, except for this cast.
Well, let's get down to business.
That's what I'm here for. Can you deliver me 50 ounces of the brown stuff?
Sure, I can deliver. But not cheap.
What's not cheap?
$350 apiece.
$350. Look, we're not kids. I don't have to come to New York to buy at $3.50. At $3.50, I can buy all I want any place.
Then why don't you?
50 pieces, $300 apiece.
You heard my price.
Look, this 50 pieces is only the beginning. I'll buy plenty from a source at the right price.
$3.50's my price all over. Word gets around, I let it go for less. I'll be in a spot with the boys all over the country. I got other customers to think about.
Who's gonna know?
300's out of the question.
All right, I'll split the difference. 3 1/4.
Okay. It's a deal, Vince. 50 pieces at 3 1/4.
And look, Pip, no short weights. All pure stuff. I don't come back for more.
What do you take me for? I'm a businessman. You buy an ounce of heroin from me, you get an ounce of heroin, nothing else.
All right. I just want it understood.
It's understood without saying. I got a reputation. Luggy will make arrangements for the meet.
Okay.
Luggy.
Yeah, Pip. Everything okay?
50 pieces of brown at 3 1/4. Arrange with him for the meet.
Right.
See you around, Vince. So long.
Yeah. Get in, Lucky.
Yeah, you got a good price, Vince.
So I got a good price. I need the stuff quick. What about the meat?
Tomorrow night.
I need it tonight.
I can't get to the plant till tomorrow. You want the brown, you'll have to wait until tomorrow night.
I got a carrier leaving on a plane for Frisco tomorrow. These 50 pieces have got to go with them.
What time's the plane leave?
5:33 from LaGuardia.
Okay, we'll make the meet tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon? There'll be no meet in broad daylight. Not with me, there won't. What kind of a chump do you take me for?
I can't get my hands on the 50 pieces till the morning. You want the stuff on that plane, we'll change the meet in the afternoon.
That stinks.
Leave it to me. You won't be bothered.
And I got no choice.
And if you want the goods on that plane, you haven't. How's 1 o'clock?
I guess it'll have to be okay.
85th and Amsterdam, southwest corner, 1 o'clock.
Okay, I'll see you.
50 pieces at 3 1/4. 50 at 3 would be 15 grand. 25 times 50, 12, 11 and a half. Comes to 16,250.
I'll have it.
Hey.
What?
Looks like a bad car there.
Where?
That panel truck that's been sitting there all the time.
Oh, that truck's from the Times. They're making deliveries. What do you think? The Times got a tie-up with the government?
It's okay. Nobody saw anything that can hurt us.
All right, Lucky. I got to see the doc about my foot.
All right. 85th and Amsterdam. Southwest corner, 1 o'clock.
I'll be there.
So long.
Sloan?
Yeah?
All right, the switch is on. You can talk. Did you get it all?
Every word.
That ought to be good enough evidence to start Pip the Blind on his way to Leavenworth, huh?
You said it.
I'll pull around the corner and let you out of the trunk.
No, there's no sense taking a chance. I'm all right. I'm a little guy. I was made to order for a trunk. I've been more cramped in subways.
All right. I'll take the East Side Drive. We'll be at the Federal Building in 15 minutes.
That was good work, Vince. I never thought you'd get him to change the meet in daylight.
Well, I think it was Vince being against it that sold Luggy, Captain. Isn't that right, Vince?
Well, it'll be just our luck to have a dark and cloudy day tomorrow. We probably won't get any movies at all.
Any idea about the weather tomorrow, Lieutenant?
Yeah, I checked out a little while ago. Warm and sunny. But you know how weather forecasts are.
Yeah, it's just as likely to come up cold and rainy.
Well, there's no sense worrying about the weather. This works out. We get movies of the entire transaction. The case will be that much tighter.
Supposing I get hold of the lieutenant in charge of the 22nd Squad, which covers that district. He'll help set up locations for the motion picture cameras.
Good idea, Lieutenant. We get upstairs in the buildings on 3 corners. We should be able to cover everything with telephoto lenses.
Yeah, we should.
In addition, I think we'll have 2 panel trucks with cameras. Both on the southwest corner. One on Amsterdam, one on 85th Street.
Captain, we'd better not use the Times truck again. Luggy was a little suspicious of it tonight.
Okay. We'll see if we can get one from the telephone company. Lieutenant.
Yes, sir?
Any detective you know can pose as a sign painter?
Yeah, I think there's a sergeant in the safe and loft squad. I'll see if I can get him assigned.
Good. We'll put him to work in the drugstore window, right on the corner. Maybe he can witness the transaction close up. And, I think we ought to have an agent as a street cleaner.
Okay, I'll arrange with the Department of Sanitation for the equipment.
What about me, Cap? back into the trunk of the car?
Back into the trunk of the car. That makes you the best witness we've got.
Oh, my lumbago.
Now, about the money. We'll get you up $16,500 in marked bills, Vince.
Mm-hmm.
And this is important. We're not going to make any arrests on the scene. We'll let Luggy leave to meet Pip.
With the 16,500?
It's the only thing we can do. We'll be right behind him. Soon as he turns that money over to Pip, we step in and make the arrest. Now, let's all get lots of rest tonight. Tomorrow's a big day.
Okay, Sloan, hold on. It's the next corner.
I'm holding. Pray we don't get a flat.
Right. I see a parking place. There's that sign painted.
How about Luggy? Is he around?
I don't see him. There's the street cleaner in the telephone company truck. Here goes. Hold it, there's Luggy. Here he comes.
Vince, that on the button?
Yeah, get in there. Watch the crutches, will you?
Yeah. You got the dough?
Yeah. Put 16,500 in.
Hold it lower.
I'll peel off 250 and the rest is yours.
Okay.
50.
Careful.
150. 250. Here you are.
Yeah. Thanks.
But you gonna count it?
Later, yeah, not in broad daylight. If it's short, you'll hear from us. Well, sit here a minute. You'll get your 50 pieces.
I'll see you. Sloan?
Yeah?
Get it all?
You bet.
Here goes Luggy. I think he gave the signal to a guy in the corner. Yeah, he did. Guy's got a kid with him. He's giving the kid the goods. Here comes the kid, and there goes the guy. Rourke started out tailing the guy.
How about Luggy?
He's standing there watching the kid. I think they're getting good pictures of this. Hold it, here comes the kid. Yeah, what is it?
Hey, mister. You oughta, mister, there, give me a buck to give you this package.
Okay.
Some kind of screwing on me. But I can use a buck.
All right, just drop the package on the seat.
Okay. There you are.
Now, scram, kid.
Sure, okay, scram.
Well, Sloan, we got our baby. There goes Flynn after the boy. Now all we gotta get is Pip the blind. Flat and no flat, here I go.
So like I was telling you, Pip, it all came off like clockwork. This guy Vince is going to make a good customer. He tells me he can use 100 pieces a month, no less.
Let's see the dough.
Yeah, sure. Here you. Just like he gave it to me.
Oh, good, good. Hopefully, 20s and smaller.
Yeah, a few 50s there. Not many.
No, this comes in handy. There's a boat in tomorrow. We get some more stuff off it.
Good.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot to swing it.
Who's that?
I'm not expecting anybody. Here, Luggy. Put the dough under that cushion. Okay, I'm coming. Yeah? Who is it?
Coming up, Pip. Treasury agents.
Treasury agent. Listen, can't you guys leave me alone? You got nothing on me and you know it.
Well, we'll see about that. Meantime, you'll take a ride out town with us. Come on, men.
Hey, who's it? Listen, you got no business in here.
Haven't we? They've got a search warrant that says we have.
Hey, Pip, what's the matter?
Oh. You too, Luggy.
Yes.
Now listen to me, both of you. I know there's 16,000 in this house.
What? 16,000?
Money Luggy brought you not 15 minutes ago. Now we know it's here. So you gonna hand it over? Or do we have to tear the joint apart looking for it?
Okay, you win. Under the cushion on the couch. But it'll take a lot more than a dough to stick me, copper, a lot more.
I know it, Pip. And this time we've got a lot more. Just you wait and see what we've got.
That, Don, was how agents of the Narcotics Bureau, Treasury Department, working with New York City authorities, brought these criminals to justice. And the case against them was one of the most completely convincing presentations of evidence ever used in a criminal action. After his conviction, Joseph Galliano, alias Pip the Blind, hanged himself in jail rather than face the long prison term he had coming. Angelo Loiacano, alias Luggy, and other members of the Combine are now serving maximum terms in Sing Sing and still face federal charges growing out of their operations.
Well, thank you, Assistant United States Attorney John C. Hilly, and congratulations to all the law enforcement officers who participated in the investigation. Tonight's case was dramatized by Stanley Niss and directed by William Sweets, with Mandel Kramer and Raymond Edward Johnson in leading roles. Don Gardner speaking. Gangbusters is a Phillips H. Lord production.
From ghostly bargains and talking dummies to intricate heists and undercover dangers, this episode of classic radio drama theater has certainly explored the darker corners of suspense. We hope you were captivated by these 4 distinct tales. Which story left you pondering its outcome the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to catch every thrilling new episode. Until next time, remember, the choices we make, especially in the shadows, often define our fate.